Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Well, at least it's a bit less windy than yesterday. My hedge at home got blown away because of the wind.
Really?
And I was crossing the Harbour Bridge yesterday. I looked up on my motorbike. I looked up at and the flags were at half mast. And I thought, well, who died? Someone must have died. But then I realised, possibly because of the wind, they dropped the flags to half mast because those flags on the Harbour Bridge are about 8 metres long. So they're as big as a bus.
Well, I've also been wondering about...
Then I thought it might have been for Fat Man Scoop. I thought, has he resonated that
paying
much?
homage. But do people still do bridge climb in the big winds? Emily, who's one of our producers, used to work with bridge climb.
Yes.
Or Benunu. Yeah. We call her Benunu.
I don't call her Benunu. That's your stupid name for Emily.
It is stupid.
And so on days like this, what happens up the top? How windy does it get and can you still go up?
It can get very windy. We'll do it in different categories of how strong and sustained the winds are. Oh. So today we would definitely go up. If the gusts were about 70 Ks and above, we stop for periods. Like if it keeps
hanging upside down like at SeaWorld?
Yeah, just by our cords. Mm-hmm. So I've been up there in 100K winds.
What's
before.
that feel like?
I put my whole body weight into it. I made the most of the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But were people anxious? Because a lot of people are anxious at the height, let alone the being buffeted by wind.
So we just stop until it passes, and then if it doesn't pass, we reroute and go back down so you don't go higher up into the winds.
Were you strapped on?
You're always strapped on, locked and loaded.
But just with one cord,
yeah.
though.
Yeah, but it can hold, famously, 2 camels.
Right.
I was taking photos up there when it hit 100 Ks, and there was a dad with his 2 kids, and I said, anyway, 3, 2, 1, windy. And he just grabbed the 2 girls and he went, sorry, mate, we're going down. And he just came and sat on the bridge until the wind passed. And then we continued on. So
right. Because you feel yourself getting buffeted, don't you?
Yeah. It's an intense feeling, but, some of them, I don't know, last 5 minutes and then you can just keep going.
Right. But you can see why people would freak out because you're so used to climbing that height. It would be no big deal to you, but a lot of people, the height and the buffeting would really throw
You know what
them.
we should do? We should do a bit of a team bridge climb. I haven't done one since about 2003 when they first started it. Can you hook us up with some?
Yeah, you'd have to listen to me for 3 hours though.
What do you say? This is the bridge.
Yeah, a bit more than that. But mainly that, yeah.
I remember I was working on another radio station and just before the Olympics, or the day of, the torches being carried across the Olympics, across the bridge. And a couple of the team, one of the producers and a couple of the techs couldn't go up because you get breathalyzed.
Yes.
First thing in the morning, a couple of them didn't make it.
Yeah.
I have had a story like that myself.
I think you could take a breathalyzer into Triple M right now and half the team wouldn't fail. They'd all fail. Anyway.
Well, Emily, thank you.
Thank you.
Good on you, Benunu.
And the flags weren't there when you probably did your climbing.
No.
The flags are new, aren't they?
No.
The flags have always been there?
Yeah, the flags have always been
But
there.
have they been that, so you'd never pull them down have you ever seen them half-mast because of the weather?
No, not to my knowledge. They get changed 4 times a year because they get battered and bruised, but they're pretty hefty.
They're hefty flags, but that makes sense. You drop it halfway
Maybe
down.
they're halfway for some other reason.
Yeah, I'm not sure I know it to be from high winds.
Or Fat Man Scoop's passing.
That's more likely.
He certainly resonated. Thank you, Emily.